her tell it. It's going to happen any day now. She joins us next.
Would you like to open up your home and share the American culture with an international student? The College of Extended Learning at Cal State San Bernardino is seeking local Inland Empire families to host students for programs ranging from 1 week to 5 months. Welcoming an international visitor into your home is an exciting and rewarding experience. By hosting an international student, you allow them to learn about our country, not only in the classroom, but also through the everyday American traditions at your home. This opportunity provides invaluable education to both host families and students, while creating memories and friendships that will last a lifetime. Homestay families are asked to include students into their normal family activities. If this sounds like something you may be interested in, please apply online at cel.csusb.edu/IEP and click on the Host Families link, or call 909-537-5980. That's 909-537-5980. Help make a difference in an international student's life today.
Welcome back to My Awesome Empire. We close our program today with a little music from 5-year-old Grace.
I stay up too late, got nothing in my brain, and that's what people say. That's what people say, but I keep cruising. And won't stop moving. It's like I got this music in my heart, baby. It's gonna be alright.
Thanks, Grace. Thank you for joining us today for My Awesome Empire. Produced entirely by students at Cal State San Bernardino. Thanks to student producer co-hosts Donna Marie Truella and Talia Munoz. To engineers Adrian Silva, Amy Alvarez, David Rios, and to chief production engineers Chris Burns and Arnold Robles. My Awesome Empire is a production of the College of Arts and Letters at California State University, San Bernardino, celebrating 50 amazing years of transforming lives. I'm Lacey Kendall. Have an awesome week.
You're listening to KCAA Loma Linda at 106.5 FM, K293CF Moreno Valley.
Ha, yeah. Y'all know what time it is. So just sit back and relax, because the show's about to start. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, everybody. This is KCAA AM 1050 Talk Radio, and you are on the show with Down to Earth Talk Radio, and you are with Mr. Inland Empire on Let's Talk Community. I want to thank everybody for coming out today. For some reason, I cannot stop tripping over my own tongue, but we will get by that. You are listening to us at AM 1050, or you can also listen to us at 106.5 FM, our new FM channel. So I want to thank everybody for coming out today. It has been an awesome couple weeks. We've been busy. We've been out there doing it. We've been putting in the work. We've been meeting people, going to events, and seeing what you guys are doing out in the Inland Empire. And I want to say that those of you we've been with, it has been awesome. We want to throw a shout out to our non-existent co-host, Little Saint, Victor Ibarra. He's out there doing his thing with Get Motivated with Les Brown, so I just want to give him his props for keep doing his thing out there. And he's been all over the nation motivating people, and he's also been giving people opportunity to get in his little coffee adventure he's got going out there. So I want to do a little housekeeping before we get started today. We got two really cool guests in. First, we want to give a shout out to Local Homes for You. Woo-hoo! Your one and only place to go for all your real estate needs. That's here right. In the Inland Empire. You're going to find them at Local Homes for You on Facebook, and they're also on Twitter and Instagram. So go ahead and check them out. They are awesome. We also want to send you to My NY Pizza over in Fontana. I actually just checked out. They're going to have the Manny Pacquiao fight today. So if you are watching the fight, you got to head out to My NY Pizza at 15034 Foothill Boulevard in Fontana, and that's right on the corner of Hemlock and Foothill, right there next to where the new DMV is. So you got to check him out. Tell Jose that you were sent by Mr. Inland Empire. And we also want to give a shout out to the top 2 media organizations to find out everything there is to do and see right here in the IE. That would be Inland Empire Explorer. That's inlandempireexplorer.com on the web, and Inland Empire Explorer on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Joel Green walks you through the best of everything there is to do and see right here in the IE. And then for your local Good Times Fun Guide, we have IE Shine On. That's ieshineon.com or IE Shine on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The team over there walks you through really cool and innovative places to go and see, and puts together some of the best guides for farmers markets is the one that they were putting out today. So farmers markets, date nights, weekend guides, they have it for you all right there. And then since we're here in San Bernardino and they are working with us this month, I want to remind you guys that the 22nd starts the Orange Show here in the city of San Bernardino at the Orange Show Event Center. So head on out to the Orange Show, and they actually have something cool coming up on the 16th. If you head out to Gerard's Market out there in Redlands and you bring, I believe it's like 5 pounds of local oranges from your trees in your backyard, they will give you 1 free ticket to the Orange Show. So that's a pretty cool thing they're doing out there. They got a lot of cool stuff that they're putting together to get you guys excited about the Orange Show this year. And once again, if you want to know anything about this, you can go to Inland Empire Explorer IE Shine On, because we are putting out all of the information on all the cool events that they have going out there today. So want to thank everybody for coming, of course. I was killing myself in the backyard in the rain putting up the brand new swing set that Grandma and Grandpa bought. Thank you, Grandma and Grandpa. Grandpa was stuck doing it too, so I guess it's all right. But we had a good time out there. As raining off and on us, putting up a cool thing for the kids. And want to remind everybody that get your kids outside, because when kids are outside, they're excited about it. And what's kind of cool is the neighbor kids. They're like kind of rubbing their eyes, putting down their tablets, and they're like looking out the window like, what's going on back there? So we're going to have, I told my neighbor next door, we're going to turn a fence into a gate and let the kids go back and forth and everything. So just, guys, get your kids outside. Get away from the devices. It's going to rot their brains. So anyway, so on today's show, we've been actually promoting them for a couple months now. Local Homes for You. It's been that long, I think, already, right, Armando?
Wow, it has. Yeah.
We have Armando Oragel.
It's Armando.
Armando.
If you're in South Fontana.
South Fontana. What in North Fontana is Armando.
Armando Oragel.
Oragel. And his ever so silent partner, Gonzalo Salazar.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
No problem. You guys are actually killing it. The way when Armando and I first started working together, we've actually been monitoring each other on Facebook for the last year. And he kind of paid me a really cool compliment that I'm going to try to get him to admit on the radio. But he actually said a lot of what he does on social media is because of what he has
I'm
learned
not
from
worthy. I'm not worthy.
You do this. People tell you, they ask you, what do you do for a living? I'm a social media marketing guy. And they're like, wait, you can actually make money doing that? People pay you for that? And they do, right?
Yeah,
there's a lot more to
do.
social media than a lot of people. So it's proof in the pudding. I now have it on video and audio that I am awesome and Mr. Inland Empire rocks. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so, and we started actually, making this a real deal.
Yeah.
And it's been pretty cool. We've been having a lot of fun with it.
Oh, yeah.
And now, he first heard us, give him his little plug on the radio, and he actually, the first time he heard it, he's like, dude, what are you doing? And I'm like, hey, I'm sharing the love. This is how I do it. This is why I'm Mr. Inland Empire, because I don't keep things for myself. I share it out.
I know.
And I
How
told
are we not best friends? You have a show?
right? So we got a chance to actually, start talking. I was like, well, we got to have you on the radio, and then our schedules, we had to do that, and that was three.
And then you moved on with the rest of your life. Yeah.
Well, 3 dads, I found out 3 dads that also work and are the daddies that take care of the kids.
We run a daddy daycare at the same time.
That's that schedules are not fun, because Saturdays are, when everybody's home, right? We're all together as a family. So my wife's happy that it's just 2 Saturdays a month and not all 4 yet. But so got our schedules together, and we finally got a chance to sit down with you guys. So I want to thank you guys for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
On this rainy day in San Bernardino.
Gloomy,
I almost didn't come. I just want you to know that because I was watching G.I. Joe.
Which one?
Vengeance or Revenge?
Revenge, the second one.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I didn't like how they killed off the what's his face too early in the movie. I was like,
oh yeah, I was thinking the same.
Wait,
thing.
what
Why did
movie
they kill
were
him
you
off so
watching?
early?
G.I. Joe?
G.I. Joe Revenge.
G.I. Joe.
American heroes.
G.I. Joe was there.
Yeah, I started getting hooked. I watched the first 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, I gotta see how this thing ends now.
You know what's funny is I watched the new Star Wars that just came out. I bought it on DVD. I didn't get a chance to see it in the theaters, so that was horrible. I was actually kind of glad I didn't waste theater money on it. I wasn't that highly impressed with that.
Dude, come on. The guy in the back is like, come on, man. Your credibility's going down the toilet.
Actually, when the female met Luke Skywalker at the end, I was actually falling asleep. My wife's all nudging me. I'm like, this is horrible. I gotta watch this not so late at night.
Oh man.
But yeah, so
You went there.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. Have you seen the previous Rogue?
Rogue looks cool. And me and my daughter, my 7-year-old daughter, we actually watched the Star Wars on Disney XD. What is it? Star Wars Rebels. And I like the whole we're in the midst of the Clone Wars kind of thing. I like that, going back kind of thing. And that's what, superhero movies I've always liked, like the Wolverine and those backstories where you figure out where they came from kind of thing.
Now he lost me. I was good with Star Wars, and I was talking about cartoons.
Oh my goodness.
So anyway, local homes for you, real
Yes.
estate. So you've been doing real estate for a little bit longer than the younger
Well,
fellow.
he's way older than me, so yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, way older,
I
right?
started doing real estate, and I think you were still in junior high, no? Something like
man,
that.
you're aging yourself
Something
now.
like that. I don't know. It's been a while.
It's been like 14 years, right?
16 years now.
16.
Yeah. So I call home now Century 21.
Century 21 King.
Century
Yeah, you got to
21.
put that on there. There's like so many out there.
There's so many Century 21s, but our office is in Rancho Cucamonga. That's where I've been the last 3 years.
That's a busy office right there.
It's a pretty busy office, yes.
Like I was telling you guys, we actually bought our home from a real estate agent there at the Century 21 King. So that's how kind of fun. I'm glad they don't recognize me because I was in a stressful situation with my home. So I was like, called the agent. I'm coming at 2 to get my keys. You better have them ready.
Or else.
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
That's part of the business.
Well, see, honey, I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm not the only one. So anyway, so you guys have been, because you guys are both local homes for you, right? It's not just Armando that we see on the videos and everything. It's both of you guys, right?
Well, I did the last video with our caption contest, but he did one too.
He did the first one,
funny.
right?
Yeah, you didn't see my
He's
first
really
video?
funny.
I actually loved all the outtakes. That was pretty cool. I thought that was
That was raw.
That was
man.
afterwards, but that I realized no, this is what we're actually using this. I was like, okay, this is cool.
He wanted me to be a professional and serious. I'm like, really?
Because you're not the
I'm
professional
like,
serious
No,
one, right?
I'm like, no, I can't do that.
He appears to be.
I just appear to be. As soon as I open my mouth, everything just goes everywhere. It's like, we
Got
lost it.
The Block Rocker 8000, from Costco.
Yeah, you guys started way too big. What do you do after
That's
that?
what I told him. I told him we should start with a free car wash.
A free car.
The $6 car wash.
We have Spring Honda that might be sponsoring us in the future, and he did talk about a free iPad. So hey, follow the page. We're giving away free stuff every week.
Yeah,
Local
and
Homes for
you guys have to go out there and check and get a part of Local Homes for You because they do that weekly caption contest, and it was pretty cool. You had like over 100 people comment, and you had, the winner had like 128 likes on her thing.
Yeah, so she got $100 gift card to Lucille's.
So that'll get you like
barbecue.
an appetizer there, right?
Yeah, sponsored by the Dish and DirecTV guys. So it's really the engine are the sponsors.
Yeah, and
keep it going.
We do have a lot of businesses out there, and a lot of you people that are running for elections. If you want to get some better exposure, you need to hit up Local Homes for You. Tell them that you've heard about it on the radio, and get a part of some of that exposure because you do a lot of optimization of. You actually get that out there. You're not just letting it sit on the page. You're actually pushing it out to people.
We literally push it to go viral.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a listing that got over 125,000 views, and that's unheard of in this in the real estate field. That's so we got 125,000 views, and we sold a property just recently, $1 million listing under 30 days, and we found the buyer, and we did a lot of good things there. So.
Yeah, you guys have a pretty good pretty good reach there with everything that you're doing. You're reaching thousands of people every week, right?
It's amazing. People follow us and they see value in what we're doing, so they share it, they tag their friends. And when they tag it, they really just open up the market and the exposure for whatever it is that we're posting.
And what's kind of cool, what makes you guys different than, name any other, real estate agent or company out there, is the ability for people to access you in ways that is comfortable to them.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that, like, before you and I started working together, my wife came across your listings and she loves it because you give her the pictures that she wants, you give her the information she wants. If she never wants to talk to you, she doesn't have to, because she gets everything right there. And then it's kind of cool, is there a way people can't reach you?
No.
Because they can text you, right?
They can text us. We actually have, if you text FGHB, which stands for First Time Home Buyer, to 626-624-HOME, they get programs and requirements to buy a home sent to their phone less than a second now, which is pretty cool.
He doesn't sleep. He actually, like, I heard that he sits there with his phone and holds it against his chest, and if you text him, he'll wake up and he will actually answer.
I'm the big spoon. I'm not the small spoon. I'm the big spoon.
But that's really cool that you have, like, that you give people that kind of access, because that's like we were talking about earlier, that's the biggest problem people have, is stop making me do something to get the information I need.
Yeah.
And the more comfortable you make it, the more likely people are going to come back to you and refer you, right?
Yeah. So every property that we promote are usually the best for that day, and we upload the description, the details, even the MLS number, the payment. So we don't really hide anything. I mean, it's all there for the.
I remember when me and my wife were looking for a home, the hardest part was figuring out where they wouldn't give us the address, or they would give us the address but not the zip code. And like in Fontana, that's kind of vital to figure out what part of Fontana you're in.
Yeah, I get that.
But you actually include that map that has that has that little pin.
Yeah, a screenshot of the map.
So you can tell where. So you can kind of tell. Okay, do I want to live in this part of Colton, Fontana, Riverside? There's some parts of Riverside I wouldn't want to live in. So, and I don't know Riverside very well. So giving me an address, I'm like, that's not helping me.
Yeah, I can see how that being frustrating for most people.
So that's really cool, is you take all of those barriers out of the way. You even go as far as to start giving people some ideas of what payments would look like and what interest rates are, and that's kind of outside of the norm of the industry, right?
Yeah. So we work with our loan person sends us a real interest rate text every Friday, and so I know where we are, so I can input that in my little formula for payment, and I always upload it for every property.
Yeah, the key with what we're doing online through Facebook is give the information. Give the clients the information, that way they can make a decision. And with no pressure. They can make a decision based on the house, based on the location, based on the pictures of the property, on the payments. What's going on a lot in our industry is, even if you look at real estate magazines, you open them, you see a property, the property looks nice, they don't give you an address.
Nope.
They don't give you an idea where it is. You have to call in.
Yep.
And you call in, and now they want to set you up in an appointment. And a lot of people don't want to go through that.
No, they don't.
I just want to know where the house is,
right,
to see if it's somewhere where I want to live. Please give me the information, and that's what we do. We just share the information.
Yeah, you guys have made, like I was telling you before, we were eating lunch today and we took a break and we were talking about properties and houses and stuff, and none of us are ready to really pull the trigger right at this point. But because of the ease of access, I'm pretty sure my wife's going to say we're going to give Armando our business. So but it's that not everybody's looking for right now, but you leave that. What was it? I was at Pulte Homes. I was doing a market research thing with them for their new homes that they're developing out in Jurupa, and the guy kept asking the people, what in this home stood out to you? What was memorable about this? And what I think is memorable about you guys is the fact that you don't really put barriers. You allow people to have access to you in whichever way is most comfortable to them. And I be a part of your Facebook page. I get to watch you interact with your customers, and it's awesome. They message you, You message them back. You interact with them. You ask them, would you like me to call you? Would you like to email me? How? It's not about, you're not directing the conversation. You're actually asking the customer, what can I do for you? And that's one of the things we tell people, like businesses, is don't make your fans follow you. You follow your fans, and you actually do that. So we give you guys props there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate that.
And that's the biggest thing is we're there for the clients. We're there for the customers. We're there for the families. They want information. We give them the information.
And this is going to be cliche, but this is the biggest purchase they'll make in their lives,
The
right?
biggest investment they're making in their life. So we give them the information so they can make an informed decision whether it's something that they want to do or not without pressure.
So we've talked a lot about people buying a home, but what if someone's interested in selling their house? Like what can you guys do for them that would make it as easy as possible?
Do you want to talk a little bit about? Well, let me talk about the first part of selling. When it comes to selling a property, a lot of sellers interview different agents, and your typical agents are going to do. They're going to advertise it in 600 different websites. They're going to put it on the MLS. They say they're going to door knock the neighbors. They say they're going to make phone calls to tell people that the house is for sale. Or they're going to make postcards and mail it out to the neighborhood, which is typically what everybody does. And that's what that was one of the reasons for Local Homes For You page. We did something with that page now, and Armando can share a little bit more of what we've done now for sellers to expose their property above and beyond what nobody else in real estate can do.
Yeah, so we're one of the few real estate teams that can say that we can make your home go viral. If you were to look at the statistics for the last listing that we sold, most people don't know that when you upload the property into the MLS, it syncs to Realtor.com, Zillow, Trulia, even Century 21 King. And I asked Gonzalo during that time, what was the tally of all the views on that property in Rancho? And he said it was 3,667. Mm-hmm. And I thought that, that's good. I mean, for real estate, that's pretty good. However, with us, with our marketing technique, and 125,000 is just like on a whole different level. In fact, I think that should be our new slogan: next level real estate.
Yeah. So think about it. Through Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, total exposure of that property was about 3,000 people that saw it. Facebook alone was over 120,000 people that saw this property. And the buyer, interesting enough, the buyer that ended up buying this property, he was walking his dog, looking at the page. He saw the house. He's like, oh, that's a nice house. And he sent an inquiry. We made an appointment with him the next day, saw the house, loved it, and he wrote an offer for the property.
The dentist, right?
And so that's the extra exposure that nobody else can offer to a seller.
I mean, how often can a listing agent represent the buyer on a $1 million listing? Is that typical? Is that
saves you? There's a lot more up end on that.
Yeah, it's a difficult. Once you get to the higher end property, there's a smaller market for the higher end property, so you're gonna have less buyers for the high end property. But doing the proper marketing for the high end property, the proper exposure. There's no reason it shouldn't sell. So
the innovative marketing that you guys use not only paid off because you sold the house, but you were able to control both sides of the deal. So you didn't have another real estate agent.
We didn't have to deal with somebody else.
Yeah. Speaking of that, you need to take me out tonight because we still haven't celebrated. Pop open the champagne.
Yeah, we're gonna go to New York Pizza.
You guys are gonna go watch the fight.
Is that where we're going?
Yes.
He actually friended me on Instagram, and we've had a conversation. So maybe we should do that. Watch the fight at the
Jose is
New York
awesome,
Pizza.
and that's an awesome place over there.
It's actually on the way home. So
I actually saw it 2 days ago. I drove by Foothill on the way to the office, and I saw it there. I was like, oh, there it is.
Yeah. They're a really cool partner. They've actually been
Jose's the owner.
Yeah, Jose's the owner. Yeah, And
hi, Jose. Where you are in virtual space.
So we skipped this part, but I never knew how did you start? Like, what was the catalyst to start Local Homes For You?
You know what? We were, like I said before, we were working with a client who's a nurse for Loma Linda, and she had the strangest and longest hours, and it was very difficult for us to get together and look at properties. So I woke up at 4 a.m. trying to find the right property for her, and I would upload it to the fan page Local Homes for You, and then I would share it to her profile. And, I would do that every day, just constantly do that. And she liked it. And sometimes she would call Gonzalo and they would make an appointment to go look at it. And then, the word got out that I was doing that, and it just started growing from there. And right now we're almost at 6,000 strong. So those
are actual likes, right?
Yeah,
6,000 likes.
Yeah, close to 6,000 likes. Yeah.
And that's not a very.
That's in like 5-6 months of doing what we're doing. So
that's not an easy thing to do.
No,
either.
Just to get a like is hard. To get free 6,000 likes is it's a pretty remarkable.
And
thing.
people can be pretty fickle with pages. They'll like it, and then for some reason they'll unlike it. I'm like, why do you unlike it? Just leave it alone.
Yeah,
just leave it alone.
Yeah, just keep going.
No, it's funny because this morning we were at 5,700 likes, and I was like, oh, cool. I was gonna show my wife, look, it's 57, and it refreshed, and it went to 56.99, and I was like, crap. Oh man.
Create another profile so you can like it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right? No, we don't work like that. Oh my goodness. So yeah, it's been fun. Local Homes for You has been good to us. So now we have a caption contest every week.
Yes.
And we give out prizes every week. So it's fun. People are tagging their friends, and it's a fun fan page.
And it runs from Monday to Friday?
Yeah, so Monday we start the contest, and basically it's a caption contest. So if you have something funny, if you're witty and you creative and you have a good comment on the picture. We had a kangaroo that was like super buff, and somebody made a comment. She got 104 likes.
What was her? Do you remember what her caption was?
Oh gosh, no, I don't remember. There were so many different comments. So she won, and it's because of the sponsor that allowed the caption to be exposed to everybody on Facebook. So I want to thank the Dish and DirecTV guy. So we're looking for sponsors. So next week we don't know who's going to sponsor us. So we'll see what happens.
So it's always a surprise on who's going to be the new sponsor.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And who's going to be the gift, right?
Yeah. Well, usually it'll come from us. If we don't have a sponsor, he usually pays for it.
I got some car washes.
What's with the car wash?
It's raining right now. Everyone's going to need a car wash afterwards.
Every car's going to be dirty. Kidding me?
Hey, wouldn't you rather wash your car for free and then it rain again instead of pay for it? There's nothing worse than
it
washing
sense,
your car. Being that one person that makes it rain.
In retrospect, it does make sense.
And there's some we actually have a pretty cool car wash place in Rialto. They just opened one in Redlands. It's
I love that car wash
right there. It's cool. It's the one place where you can actually get a full machine car wash where no hands touch it, and it actually looks clean.
And it's dried.
Yeah.
And you just vacuum it and you're done.
Yeah, and the free vacuums are cool too. Their vacuums suck.
What we should do is get our broker Julio Cardenas from Century 21 King to start giving out gifts.
Free car washes?
No. Just gift cards or something from Costco.
Something from Costco.
Yeah, Julio, if you're watching, it's on.
Hey, I'll give you a case of water from Costco. Is that weird?
Oh, I'll take it. Yeah.
They're like, what, $2.99?
You guys actually do some pretty cool stuff in the community too, right? I know before you and I actually started making this like a deal, you actually helped us out with the Rialto Community Coalition. You donated.
You didn't know about that.
Well, hot
the
dogs.
Rialto community? No, I just know him as the Fontana Santa.
Yeah, he's also Fontana Santa. That's what I was getting to. You do a lot of stuff in the community.
I try, yeah. My wife works for the Fontana Unified School District, and she met Lydia Salazar. She's
running for re-election.
Oh, Lydia Salazar, Michael Tahan.
Vote for Lydia.
Yeah. So she met Lydia, and she plugged Fontana Santas, and we are we running out of time?
We're good.
We're good. Okay. So I the first year I was like, oh, this is cool. I like this. And then the next year I'm like, I have a Santa suit because I had bought one for real estate, a long time ago. So I had it in my closet. I was like, all right, I'll bring it.
That's creepy.
I met the mayor, and it was fun. And then I've been doing it ever since. I just bring my Santa suit, and if there's no Santa, I put it on. So last year I was Fontana Santa. This year I'll probably be Fontana Santa.
And it's really cool because there's a lot of need in some of the local communities. Even Fontana, there's a lot of people that just need help, and those, just looking at those opportunities where you've done a little bit to help, it's brought a little levity to people's lives, and it just shows that we're not just here to make a bunch of money and live to ourselves. We're actually trying to do our best to give back. So that's just really that's always been something that I thought was really cool. Even though you've had, outside of the fact that you have a really positive attitude. You're really funny. You always seem like you're having a good time, and you're.
Well, it's all good. It's all I smile all I want, but once you give gifts to those kids that need it, I mean, it just breaks your heart.
It does.
I mean, it's of course you want to do it again and again and again. So
yeah, my daughters, they see kids with nothing and they don't get it. They don't understand it. So we're raising some pretty cool kids too. We're all. It's kind of funny. We were all talking about it. We're all the stay-at-home dads, the working dads kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of neat to. It's also neat too. Terrence Stone out there, if you're listening, a lot of positive. They're really trying to pump in positivity with dads and stuff. So it's kind of cool to see that there's a bunch of positive dads sitting around these microphones that are doing good things in the business world and good things in their kids' lives too. So
your cue's on.
Cool. So I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight and sitting down with us and talking about local homes for you, and hope you guys have a good 2016.
Well, thank you.
So too. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
And there's one more. There's actually one thing happening in Fontana that I promised Encita, our host from last time, that I would talk about. And she is actually, the NutriShop in North Fontana is having their anniversary party on April 16th. And if you want to head out there, it's from 10:30 to 3 p.m. They're going to have Cali Girl by CJ, Muscle Egg, Super D's Training, Fontana Chamber of Commerce, lots of cool stuff. They're going to have discounts from starting at 10 all the way till 7 p.m. So head on out there. It's going to be a big party. Like she was talking about last couple weeks on the radio, she's going to have food and music and all kinds of cool stuff. So you want to head out to the NutriShop in North Fontana on Sierra Lakes Parkway, right next to the pickup sticks, right over there, up on Sierra Lakes Parkway and Citrus. So want to thank everybody for checking out our page, visiting the sponsors. The sponsors are what makes it possible for me to get out of the house for a half hour every other Saturday.
I hear that.
And also want to thank Mini Glow Golf. We were out there shooting with Inland Empire Explorer last week, and they actually gave me this cool hat that you see sitting in front of you. I am a hat person, so that was kind of cool. They gifted me a neat gray hat with the Mini Glow Golf stuff on it. So if you guys are looking for some awesome fun in the dark, go to Mini Glow Golf. They're out there at the Tyler Mall. Nice. So that is the bumper music. I want to thank everybody for listening today, and go to Let's Talk Community on Facebook and Local Homes for You. All right, peace. Woo!
Your NBC Sports Radio update starts now.
The Golden State Warriors' quest for 73 wins is on track right now. The Warriors taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. Keep in mind, they need to win out in order to get to 73 wins. The Warriors right now trail the Grizzlies 48-46, just over 2 minutes to go in the first half. Elsewhere in the NBA, on the scoreboard, in progress right now, third quarter action in Atlanta. The Celtics lead the Hawks 75-70. They're in the first quarter in Chicago. Cleveland leads the Bulls 28-20. Some NFL news as the Jets are going to get a replacement for left tackle DeBrickashaw Ferguson. Brick announced his retirement on Saturday, and now the Jets are going to replace him with Ryan Clady. The four-time Pro Bowl tackle will be traded from the Denver Broncos to the New York Jets, including a 7th-round pick. The Jets will send a 5th-round selection to Denver, and Clady and the Jets will restructure his contract. In hockey, the Red Wings fell to the Rangers 3-2, but with Boston's 6-1 loss to the Senators, Detroit clinches a playoff berth for the 25th consecutive season. The Flyers beat the Penguins 3-1. Philadelphia clinches the second wild card in the Eastern Conference. After round 3 at the Masters, a